So this webinar session is scheduled for mastering regex in Perl. So what is a regular expression? In fact, what is a Perl? So before that, I just wanted to give you a small introduction about Perl, and then we continue with the regular expression part. So let's get started. So what is the agenda for today? Objective is we discuss about Perl. We discuss about what are the benefits of using Perl, what are the advantages of Perl scripting, as well as some of the regular expression we are going to touch today, as well as I provide a lot of examples on how we do the regular expression. So that is a complete agenda for today. It's a 1 hour session, and I try to discuss as much as I can. What is Perl? So I hope that you have a basic idea of Perl. If not, I just try to give you a fair understanding what Perl is. Perl stands for Practical Extraction and Report Language. So this is the name given to the Perl. That's where the name actually derived from by Larry Wall, who is a creator of Perl. Perl is one of the most successful as well as open source scripting language available nowadays. It is heavily used everywhere. Even as per the survey, all the 500 Fortune companies are using Perl as their primary scripting language. Now, why Perl? Why Perl? That is a most important question people ask. Why we use Perl? Why not any other language? Now, when we discuss about Perl, the most important thing in Perl is it is very user friendly, very user friendly. It provides a lot of features which are not available in any other language, as well as a Perl motto is you can do the thing in different ways, many ways, in fact, I can say. So, like for example, if you want to write a very small basic if conditional statement, so you can write it in different ways. So you have operator available, you can write in blocks, you can write in single executable statement as well, and so on. So any operations you want to perform, you can do it in different ways using Perl. Now, the most important thing is Perl is regularly upgrading itself. So like, for example, a new technology is coming to the market. If you speak about Hadoop or maybe any other technologies which are very new to the market or existing from last some time. So Perl adopted it very well because it has a huge number of programmers who work day and night, to provide it the open source community, which actually accept the things and try to do it in this particular way. The second important point about Perl is it is platform independent. So the languages like C, C++, which are more platform dependent. So if you are writing a program in Windows system, you can execute directly in Linux system without changing a single line of a code. The only thing you require is an interpreter. So that is the most important thing over here. Now, another thing is Perl is having a regular expression. Now, regular expression, which is our main topic for today, regular expression is inbuilt in Perl. So how the inbuilt feature of regular expression is going to help us out? Inbuilt regular expression is going to help us out in case of data filtration, data substitutions, as well as data transformation. If you talk about, let's say, the big data analysis, where you are handling hell lot of data. So Perl became a very important at that particular point because you get a huge amount of relevant as well as irrelevant data, and you have to fetch few data out of it. Then the languages like Perl become a very important for analysis purposes. Even Perl known as Swiss Army chainsaw of scripting language because it has in fact various features to work on. So this is a very fair understanding about Perl and what are the benefits of using Perl. Definitely it is very easy to learn because it has very few keywords, simple structure, and clearly defined syntax. Like unlike any other programming language like C, C++, where you just wanted to write a simply hello world program, so you have to include a lot of libraries, and based on that, you execute your printf statement and you get the result out of it. Now in Perl, you don't have to do anything like that. You simply fire the print statement and it is all done. So it is very user friendly. It provides you the features which are very common in any other scripting language. So it is very easy to learn. Definitely you require some instructor to perform these activities in such a way, in a more faster way. So Perl become a very important at that particular aspects. Second one is portability. Portability is, as I repeat, that it is platform independent. So whether you are writing a program in Windows, Mac, or any other OS, you switch your program easily from one operating system to the other operating system without changing a single line of a code. Databases interaction. Now, this is one of the greatest point Perl has, that it provides interaction with all the commercial and non-commercial databases. If you speak about databases like Oracle, if you speak about Sybase, if you speak about Edureka, MySQL, Perl has a single interface with it. So that interface is called as DBI, database interaction. So if you're working in any databases, you can easily interact with the databases with the help of Perl, and that is common. That is common. You just require database drivers in those cases, include your database drivers and execute your code. Standard libraries. Now this is the strongest point Perl has, and which is upgrading day by day. Standard libraries, like for example, if you want an interaction with Hadoop, or if you want an interaction with maybe XLS files, or if you want an interaction with XML files, Perl provide almost 20,000 different kind of libraries through which you can connect to the servers or any other application and fetch your data, or maybe interacted with that in a particular way. Another beautiful point about Perl is it has had automatic memory management as well as garbage collection. So you don't need to worry about dangling pointer, which you might face in C++ or any other languages, because at the time when you come out of the scope, Perl do the memory management automatically without bothering the user. So this is one of the important points. Other benefits of using Perl is it is object oriented. So all the object oriented concepts you have are applied on Perl. Very easy debugging techniques. So Perl has inbuilt debugger as well, and as well as there are a lot of editors are available through that you can do the debugging capabilities. Very high level data types and operations it has. So it is very common, easy to remember, as well as the programs are very scalable in Perl, unlike you have seen in Unix shell scripting on any other way. So there is a small history before we start our main topic for today about Perl. Perl is very mature now. It was first created by Larry Wall in 1987, so it is almost more than 28 years. So it is very mature language, and it's one of the primary scripting language most of the company uses nowadays. So how Larry Wall decided to write a Perl? Perl was actually written as a single command like grep, awk, set we have in Unix shell scripting, but later on lot of evolvement happening in Perl. A lot of programmers joined him and created Perl, a new scripting language. Nowadays, we are using Perl 5 version in most of the systems. Perl 5 is almost a very old system or old programming version we have, and that's what we are going to use. So the very first thing, if you want to check it out whether the Perl is installed in your system or not, you go to your command prompt. So I use Windows system here. You can use definitely any other system you want. You say Perl -v. So it gives you the complete description about the version you have in your system. So it says this is a Perl 5. So this is the Perl 5 version which we are going to discuss, and its version is 16. It's 5.16, and so version is 3. So 5.16.3, and it is used for Windows 64-bit machine. So similarly, so if you want to install a Perl in your machine, simply there are two versions are available in Windows system. One is Strawberry Perl and the other one is Active Perl. Just go to Active Perl or Strawberry Perl, download it directly. So I just wanted to show you before we start. Active Perl, okay, go there. There are the binaries available. Just go and install how the softwares like you install. In similar way, you can install the softwares in your machine. Just download it. The latest version we have is Perl 2.0.2. So just go there, click it, and it install the exe on your machine. Double click your exe, and your the Perl is installed in your system. And the other one is Strawberry Perl, but we recommend to install Active Perl because of its various features like ppm and others. So it is preferred that you install Active Perl on your machines if it is not. And on all the Linux systems, on the Unix system, Perl is by default available over here. If you see my Red Hat Linux box, I go here. Okay, I say Perl -. So it is by default available over here. So this is Perl 5.10 version. So there is not much differences between these versions, because the only thing is that most of the new things are getting included, most packages and all, as well as a lot of bugs has been resolved in newer version. So you can install any version after 5.8, and that will be more than enough for doing the programming in Perl. Now, the next thing is where we can use Perl. We can use, the simple answer is everywhere. So there is not any specific reasons where we cannot use Perl. It is started with database programming, maybe any kind of data developers you have, ad targeting, web scraping, internet scripting, system utilities, test processing, ETL. So if you speak about ETL, the transformation layer is completely built on regular expression. So this is, you can create your complete scripts, and you can create your complete transformation with the help of Perl. As well as you can use it in networking programming, where you have a client server protocols, and you are just from a client, you're connecting to the server and extracting a data out of it. So this is a basic uses. Apart from this, you can do anything you want in Perl. It's from web scraping, where you're extracting a data from different web pages and showing to your website. So you have seen a lot of websites are available which are doing the similar kind of stuff. Like if you talk about any flight booking website, so what they does, they just go to the server, extract the information, show into their web pages, and then you can do the flight booking. Similarly for hotel bookings, hotel.com, booking.com. So these are the common websites, which uses scripting language for different web scraping purposes. Apart from this, ad targeting is one of the important thing, where you have to put specific ads based on the user's cookies and all. So at a time you require the language which have a faster response, and Perl provides it. So it becomes very important for you to find out the language which provides you more faster responses than any other language, and Perl is mastered in that. So now we come to the main topic for today. So that we use Perl, what is Perl, what are the benefits of using Perl, and what are traditional uses of using Perl. This is what we discussed. Now we come to the main topic, which is regular expression. Now what is regular expression? Regular expression is an old concept. It's a in fact, pretty old concept. 1950s, one of the mathematician, came up with a string of characters which perform some basic kind of operations. So regular expression is common in every scripting language. Whether you speak about Perl, whether you speak about Unix shell scripting, you speak about Python, you speak about Ruby, these regular expression remain common. So there is all wildcards remain common. Every features of regular expression become common. So if you try to concentrate over here, whatever regular expression we are going to read here, it is common for the other language. Only differences is their syntaxes might be different, because in Python, if we use a regular expression, we import the regular expression library into our namespace and we try to run our program. In Perl, it is by default available in the system, so you don't have to import in libraries and start working on it. In Unix shell scripting, you use awk, grep, set, these kind of utilities using regular expressions very heavily. So they are common everywhere. So what is regular expression? Regular expression is a set of characters together join and form a pattern. Main use of regular expression is to match pattern in any string format. So like for example, in Notepad++ also, let's say you provide a regular expression to search something, search some particular word. Let's say I want to find a word which is started with P. So I use regular expression in this particular cases, because I want that a word should start with capital P maybe. So, and maybe I want to say that, okay, do some find and replace feature in which I want to find some specific word and I substitute it with different word. Maybe I want to do the transformation as well. Like for example, I want to replace all zeros by 9 maybe, all A's by J maybe. So any kind of transformation we can able to perform. So in Perl, these regular expressions are very fast because they are inbuilt, and they provide a superb combinations of wildcards characters which commonly used together and form a regular expression. I come to the practical session, that how we use this regular expression in Perl. So I hope that you have very basic idea about Perl, in which how we write the if statement and how we open a file and all, so that it will be easy for us to understand what the regular expression is. So in real world, let's say in India, you face a lot of issues when you are receiving a call from 140. Let's say if I have a software which filter out all the numbers which are started with 140, our life become more easy because all these calls are getting filtered out when it is receiving to us. Maybe let's say you have a block files of 5 GB, and you want to find out specific error out of it. then again you require some kind of languages which iterate through the logs and get the relevant information out of it. Maybe you have some real-time data system in which we are receiving a data from any system, and we want to filter out those data and maybe substitute that data or maybe store it into the databases. All those things become very easy when we speak about regular expression. So regular expression are also called a regex, as so we are going to use them in Perl as it is. Now the first thing which we are going to discuss about is match operator. The match operator, it's used for matching things. Like for example, if you want to match a word, a specific word. Now in this example, what we have done. So when we are using the matching operator, we have to equal to tilde sign. So equal to is assignment, and tilde sign we have to use to say that okay, I am going to match this particular string in any variable, or an opposite of this is negation and followed by a tilde. It says it is unable to match. So if it is unable to match, it returns true, and the first case is if it is able to match, it returns true. So like the program is started from line number 9. So if say I have defined a variable, I say $string equal to and have some values inside it. So this is my test string to test regex, and I put into the if conditional statement as well as else conditional statement, and we say if my string, which is a variable here, contains a word string or not. Here we are checking it out whether it contains a string or not. If it contains a string, it print a word. Otherwise, what it does, it says it does not contain a string. Like for example here, so I have a very simple program, regex1. Okay, so this is the same thing. Let me remove this statement because this is not. So I say $string, this is my test string. Operator which make it a starting and end point. So let's standard, and I use here forward slashes. So it says string contain, string word, string followed by Perl again. Okay, this is the one. Okay, and I said Perl followed by regex. So say string contain string word. So let's say if I remove the string word from here, maybe I put capital string because this is case sensitive. So now it says it does not contain a string word because I have used a capital word here. So let's run this. When they say string does not contain a string word. So this is we are doing a very basic matching over here, in which we try to compare whether the string it contains a word string or not. Now these regular expressions are case sensitive. So if I try to make it case insensitive, we use the modifiers. Now what are the modifiers? Modifiers are the special characters which make my regular expression as I want. So let's say I use a modifier called as I. So when I use a modifier called as I, it make my expression case insensitive. So here we have a capital string and I have a small string. So definitely it is going to match because with the help of I modifier, I make it case insensitive. Now going forward, we are going to see what are different kind of modifiers Perl providers and how we are going to use in our programs. So this is a very basic example in which we are trying to match with a string, whether it contains a string or not. Now I move forward. Now here, just remember that we use equal to and tilde, and if I don't use it, now what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to store. So this is always true. So I try to store a string inside a variable, which is always true. So if I put here maybe Jatin, it always returns true because at the time I do the assignments, I'm not doing the regular expression matching. I have to use tilde here. So if I have to use negation, I have to say negation and followed by a tilde. Now in this particular case, if I run my statement, say string contains string word. So maybe I have to change this a bit, a message a bit, so that it won't be, it will be self-explanatory. So in this case, this is how we can able to match the things in Perl. And now we move forward and maybe we see more examples. Okay, the next example is, let's say I want to match something. I want to read something from a user and store it into the file. So first thing what I done is I have opened a file, and using a file handler here is o file, and we open it into the write mode. And if we are unable to open a file, it said just exit from a program with a die message. Now at line number 5, we simply say we just printing a statement to the user, type done when you are finished typing, and we are reading it, line by line from a user. So when the user give yeah, when the user give the input as done, now this is again case sensitive, done, because I don't use any modifier over here, and it checks for done. If it is done, it comes out of a program and close it. So let's try to run this program. So here it is. So what it says, it open a file into write mode. So if the file is already present, it is trying to truncate and again try to write a data into it. And if the file is not present, it will create the same. So let's run this program. So we say Perl regex to, okay, there's a type done when you're finished. So whatever I type here, let's say I type here, this is the line number 1 in the file. Okay, spelling mistake, no problem. This is the line number 2 in the file. Okay, now I say done. So what happened when it says done, it comes out of my. Now what happened to the file? The file has been created, and which should have a content equal to what I have given. So see, the spelling mistakes comes over here. So this is the new file we have. Let's say this is line number 1 in the file, and this is the line number 2 in the file. So in this particular cases, I can able to write a content to a file with the help of regular expression. So we say, because this is a finite loop, whenever I try to give the input, it accepts it, and based on that, it performs the operation. So this is the second example we have, in which we try to read the input from a user and try to write it to the file. Now these are the very, very basic operations, because we just use the matching. Now the things comes into picture, which is wildcard, which makes our regular expression more understanding. Now the first wildcard we have is dot or period. Now dot or period, now as I said, that these wildcards are common for every language which has regular expression. So there is no such exceptions we have. So whatever the wildcards we are going to discuss, it's common for every scripting language which has a regular expression features. So the first one we have dot or period. Dot represent any single character except /n. So it can be a character, it can be a digit, or it can be any alphanumeric character, but it should not match /n. It match space as well, it match tab as well, but it won't match /n. So let's say I have a string which contains some statements. So this is my test string to test regex. So this is a variable which holds some statement. And line number 3, we are matching it out whether the string contains m dot. So m dot says m followed by any single character. Yeah, that's true, because my string contains my. So this is completely true. In second example, we say m dot dot. So we say m followed by any 2 characters. So that is true, because dot is also matches space. So we have m followed by y followed by a space. So it is going to match it as well. Now the next case we have is, we say string contain x followed by any single character. So we say x followed by dot. Now if you notice here, we have x over here in a regex. Now x is the last character over here. We don't have any character followed by it. So definitely this statement is not going to be executed. This statement, this regular expression, is not going to return a true value. So that's why we are not going to see this particular print statement in our output. Now we say dot followed by t. So this is quite true, because we have seen that here. If you speak about this test, test, because regular expression also always match a first character. So it try to match test here. So it's a dot followed by t. Yes, it is also going to match. So we are going to see this into our output. And last one we have is dot t. Now dot t, if you notice here, we have only t available at a very first character in my string. So we say dot t. Now t is, we say any character followed by t. So we don't have any character, so this is not going to be printed. So in this example, regex 3. So if I try to run this program, I just remove this because this is not a valid one. Okay, so I try to run this. Perl regex 3. Okay, so we have only 3 matching here. This one, and this one. So we are not going to match line number 5 as X is not followed by any character, and 7th because any character and followed by T is not present in my string. I hope it is clear. In case you have any questions, we try to discuss it. So there is a question from Azaz. He says that is there any course focused on Perl for analytics and can be applied to any system admin? Yeah, we do have. Whenever we discuss about Perl, we start these courses from very basic till the end. So we discuss about networking here. We discuss about databases interfaces. We discuss about web scraping. We discuss about interaction with several kind of interfaces. So it is completely focused. We discuss about graphics. We discuss about how to create graphs out of a data we have. We discuss about file handling. So the course which we provide in Edureka contains all those stuff. I hope Azaz it's answer your question. Okay, so there is a question from Vidya. He says that can you explain the last print statement? Okay, so the last print statement says dot followed by T. Dot followed by T. Now dot is any character followed by T, but in my string, we don't have any followed character over here because this is the starting of the string and the string, because that's why we put into quotes. Let's say if I put something space over here, or maybe I put some T over here, or maybe 0 over here. Now the last statement returns true because here followed by. Now that is the expectation from our particular registration. So if I run this, I get the last statement as well. Make sense? Is this answer your question, Vidya? Pretty cool. Thank you. Now let's say in case I have to match dot itself, because sometimes we've seen that email IDs contain dot when you say .com, and maybe IP addresses. IP address, it contains IP. If you speak about IP4 address, it has 3 different dots. In case if I want to match dot, now these while characters loses their spatial meaning when we say backslash followed by. Here in this example, if we say M followed by backslash dot, now here Perl exactly looking for a dot, neither for any character. We should have a dot over here, then only it will match it. So like example, if I run this statement now, it won't give me the first statement. Because here we exactly looking for a dot. Now if you see here, the next example we have is match operator. So let's see here. Now I want to match 10.11.121.22. Now I want to look for exact IP addresses. Okay, so what I do is I escape this character with the help of backslash. Now when I say backslash dot, it exactly looking for the character. So let's say here the IP address has 10 dots digit, because I have a message here which contains the IP addresses. So when I exactly looking for a dot, it match. Similarly, in the last statement, if you see sixth statement, it's a backslash $IP. So what this backslash meaning is, it suppress the spatial meaning of dollar. Now in Perl, the dollar means it's a scalar variable. So it exactly looking for a $IP. Now if you try to run this, which is my program, here it is. Okay. Let me check it out. Okay, so this is not the one. Let me write this program, in fact. So we put here, okay, so let's say I have IP address, so I give IP equal to 10.11.12.13. Now this is my IP address. Let's make it into a string. Save this program. Let's say I save this program as regex4.pl. Okay, now we say here, if IP contains $IP contains 10 dot. this is the case. Now this is not a valid IP. We are looking for a so it looks any character. So if I tried this, let's say I simply put here IP matched /n. Okay, now run this. Let me clear this and say Perl followed by regex 4. Okay, so it's IP match. Still, this IP is not correct because this dot it looks for any character, so it matched for 3. But if I put / here, then we say exactly looking for dot. So it says it won't give me any output because in this particular case, this is not a valid IP. So if I have to provide dot here, then only this is going to be matched. So whenever we try to escape any wildcard character, we simply give / to that character. In that case, it will be match for those character. Make sense? Okay. Now the next thing is other wildcard characters we have. Now this is again common for every scripting language as well as regular expression. The worst wildcard we have is star. Now what is star? Star says match 0 or more occurrence of previous character. Like for example, let's say my regular expression is like this. I simply put here AB star. So what it match? It says 0 or more occurrence of previous character. What is the previous character here? We have B. So it match for A, it match for AB, it match for ABBB, it match for ABBBBB. Any occurrences, number of occurrences. So it match for A followed by any number of occurrences of B. Starting from this. If I put like this. So it says A followed by C, any number of occurrences. So it match AB, ABC, so it says followed by 0 or more occurrence of B. It says A, B followed by 0 or more occurrence of previous character, which is C. Now take, I have a string. Now this is the matching string of ABBB. Let's say AB. Okay. Now here we put over here. So it contains AB. Cool, I get it. So now let's say if I give star here. Now what does star says? It says it should match A followed by 0 or more occurrence of B. Yes, we do have. It's A followed by 0 or more occurrence of B. Now if I try to run this, I get the same output again. But if I say here A, B, B, C. Now we say A followed by B. So when I try to run, because this matching does not return. Make sense? So this is another wildcard character we have. It says hand or ask a question. So somebody raise a hand. Do you have any questions? Just can you please type it down? Prerna, please. No problem. Prerna said it was by mistake. No problem. If you have any questions, just let me know. I take a pause here. Thank you. Let's continue. The next wildcard character we have in our list is plus. Now plus is almost same as star. The only difference between plus and star is plus says match one occurrence or more occurrence of previous character. Now star says match zero occurrence or more occurrence. Plus says match one occurrence or more occurrence. In this case, followed by B, followed by C, one occurrence or more occurrence. Put here A, B, C, 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 it match that. If we say B, C, match that. If we say A, B, C, C, match. So because here one or more occurrence of previous character. Now let's say if I put like this, A, B, B plus. What do you think? It is going to match or not? What do you guys think? It is going to match or not? No, it won't. Yes, correct. Yes, correct. It won't. A lot of people says yes, it won't. Yes, because we say A, but it says more occurrence. Try to run this. I don't get any output. But if we put star here, what do you guys think? It is going to match or not now? Yes. Many people says yes. Yes, it is true. It is going to match now because we say 0 A. Yes, that is we have. B. Yes, we have. This is 0 or more occurrence character. Yes, we don't have any occurrence, so it is going to match now. Because plus says one or more occurrence, star says 0 or more occurrence. So these are the two regular expression we have. I hope that, okay, Vishal have some question. Vishal raise his hand. Vishal, do you want to ask any question here? No? Again by mistake? Okay, leave it. Don't hesitate to ask any question. You can stop me in between and ask a question. Okay. The next one we have is yeah, Vishal, go ahead, please. Any questions you have? Just type it down, please. Or do you want me to unmute you? Vishal, can you type your question, please? Otherwise, I have to proceed further. Okay. Vishal says star is for 0 or more occurrence of previous character or any character, only previous character. So in this case, what is the previous character we have? The previous character is B. So let's say if I put C here, the previous character is C. If I put 0 here, the previous character is 0. So only the previous character, not all the character. But if I put braces here, brackets, now the previous character is B. Now if I yes, A, B star C will match it, definitely. A, B, C, it will match. So yeah, you are correct here. So now you understand the concept that how the matching is happening with the star and plus. The next wildcard character in our list is question mark. Now question mark is the same belonging to this family. Now it says question mark says 0 or 1 occurrence. Now don't say many occurrence, it says 0 or 1 occurrence. So like for example, here I put A, B question mark. So what is the previous character here? Question mark says 0 or 1 occurrence of previous character. Followed by I get contain ABB, because we say question mark says 0 or exactly 1 occurrence of previous character. Okay, so we can also put also match to different characters here, like for example, if I say M dot star, so what it says, you should have M followed by and. So you say space 0 or more occurrence of any spaces. So definitely it is going to return. Let's say I put here instead of that, I put here true. Okay. So we say S followed by any space, any number of spaces, 0 or more spaces after S. Make sense? Bhushan, does this answer your question? Pretty good. Thank you. Now we have seen three wildcard characters. One is star, plus, and question mark. Star represents 0 or more occurrence, plus represent 1 or more occurrence, question mark represent 1 or 0 occurrence. Now these are a few examples we have. A, B, C star. So it's A followed by small b followed by C, any 0 or more occurrence of C characters. Now we say A, B, C plus. It's A followed by B followed by C, 1 or more occurrence of previous character. We say A followed by B followed by C, 0 or 1 occurrence of previous character. Now in other cases we have CD star. It's a 1 or more occurrence of CD. Sorry, 0 or more occurrence of CD. Next case CD plus, 1 or more occurrence of CD. A, B, CD question mark. It's a 0 or 1 occurrence of CD. So these examples are written over here. You can verify with the with the regular expression we have. All good? Any questions here? So now we see more things about. Now the question is asked by Vishal. Can we give a star and plus together? Now when we give star or plus, we should decide a one character. Now if you want to make it a statement like this, A, let's say plus B star, then it works. But it won't work because here it get confused. Whether it's what is the previous character here? Either you have to suppress it, one of them. So you can say in this way, A plus B star. Let's say A, 1 or more occurrences, B, 0 or more occurrences. Make sense? Okay, thanks Vishal. Okay, let me proceed further. Now we can combine these wildcards as we have discussed just now. So let's say for example AB plus C star, A dot C plus dot C question mark, again two character followed by 0 or 1 occurrence of C. Let's say if we want to take HTML tags or if we want to match some XML tags also, we can put inside these particular diamond operators. Between that we can put anything we want. So anything inside this particular tags. And if I want to suppress brackets as well, because we have seen that brackets have spatial meaning, so we can put backslash followed by braces and then proceed further. And last example we say AB plus C question mark, so it's A 1 occurrence, B any number of occurrences, C 0 or 1 occurrences, so it will match those characters. We have we have one important thing that is called as character class. Now character class we put inside the brackets, square brackets. Now the first character class, it's let's say ABC. So it's either A, either B, either C, but only single character. We can also have a complete alphabets. We say A to Z. We can also define it in A hyphen Z. So it says all the characters. Like for example here, maybe Bangalore. I want to find out whether E-I-O-U. Okay. So the city contains a vowels or not. So we put into A, E, I, O, U. They say if the city contains either A, either E, either I, either O, either U, it returns true. Otherwise, it says no, the city does not contain vowels. So if I try to run this, it returns true because it contains vowels. It contains A, it contains O, it contains E, but the first match is going to be return me true. I can also put A to Z. If I put A to Z, any alphabet. So let's say if I put capital A to capital A, happen. Now here we are exactly because this regular expressions are case sensitive, but here we say regular expression A until the end, but these are in capital letters. So when I try to run this, no, I have a B which is in capital, so it returns true. If B is in a small, it won't return true. Make sense? Okay. So this way, we can define all those. I can have more characters over here. Let's say if I give dot here, dot says it exactly looking for a dot. If I say underscore, it exactly looking for underscore. I can also have a combination like this, 0 to 9. So it matches A to Z, dot. Let's say I want to say match each and everything. So it match a complete occurrences. So plus one or more occurrence of any characters out of it. We can combine them as well. The last case, if you see, it's a A to Z and underscore. So it match all the alphabets along with the underscore as well. So if it contains underscore, it matches that particular string as well. Now negate is just opposite of that. So like for example, if I say the string does not contain ABC, I say negate or caret of ABC. If I say the string does not contain from any alphabet, I say A to Z. Similarly, negate A to Z, negate A, E, I, O, U. I say I, L followed by not equal to A, B, C. It says the string should have I or L, should have small l or capital L followed by none of these characters, neither A, neither B, neither C. Similarly, we can also have it like this, not A to Z. Let's say I have a string like this. Please pay $10. And here we say 0 to 9. So check it out. It contains 0 to 9. It says the string should not contain 0 to 9. So if I try to run this, it gives me nothing because string contains 10. String contains 1, 0. Make sense? Sorry, it's inside it. Here. The outside it has different meaning. Inside it's a negate of that. It should not contain those values. So few more example. We say either capital A, which is 0 to 9, followed by any character. We say A number of occurrences followed by any character followed by dot or question mark. Inside that we have dot question mark. So it represents the same. It is not a wildcard character here. So if you put anything inside your square brackets, it match for exactly that particular word. We say A followed by either B, either C. We say capital A followed by either A, either B, either C, 0 or 1 occurrences. We say A to Z underscore dot followed by either it. So in these examples, the wildcard characters make things happening for you. So you, like for example, if you want to match IP address or if you want to match the email ID, like for example, if you have a file which contains hell lot of email IDs, you want to pull only email IDs out of it. Now you with the help of regular expression, you can do very easily, because you know what are the wildcard set doing, what are the character class we have, and you make the combination and get the output out of it. So character class also represented by shortcuts. So these are the meanings. Now backslash s, it says number of spaces, tab or new line character. Now opposite of that is capital S. So similarly, any digit 0 to 9, opposite of that is capital D. We say any word or any digit, character or underscore, it represented by slash W, and opposite of that is slash capital W. Like for example here, if I put slash W plus, what does it mean? It says zero to 9 or underscore. It match, a complete here. When I try to run it, definitely it returns. It matches. Examples which you can use while writing the regular expression become more clear when we are discussing about grouping to fetch a data out of it, to fetch a data from a string. So some more meta characters we have now. Caret says starting, says start. Like for example here, if I put pay, it should contain pay, so it returns true. True. But if I put here start with pay, the string should start with pay. Now this is not true because the string is starting with please. So if I replace it by please here, it returns true because now my string starts with please. So caret says outside the character class, caret says starting of the string. Similarly, we have end also, it is represented by dollar. So we say the string should minimum 1 occurrence of C, maximum 2 occurrences of C. In next case, it says exactly 1 occurrence of C. Minimum 1, maximum, or you can have exactly that particular occurrences as well. Okay, so now a few more we have, like backslash, it suppresses the special meaning of the wildcards, or like say if we want to say black or white, so it match either black or either white from a string. Next thing we have is grouping. Again, same as dollar, which we have seen in last slide. Control A characters, so it match for control A characters we have. Now QA is a special case here. Now QA says that whatever we use, like for example, we use question mark here. Now question mark represent 0 or 1 occurrence of previous character. Now if we write any regular expression inside Q and E with a backspace here, it suppresses the special meaning of my wildcards. So now question mark represented question mark here, not a wildcard. Okay. Similarly, slash b, it says boundary condition. Like for example, we say slash b full slash b. So it match for exactly word full. It won't match beautiful. Maybe the word contain beautiful here. Let's say BEAUTIFUL. Match, it definitely returns true because that particular string contains full. But if I say backslash b and slash b, looks for exact word. Now beautiful is a part, full is a part of a word, so it don't return true. But if let's say I put spaces around, then it returns true, because in this case I have full as a word. So it looks, make it the opposite of that, you simply put /b, just the opposite of that. So it won't look for a word, it looks for a part of a, so it returns nothing here. So it looks for a part of a word. These are a few examples of regular expression. Now these are very powerful over here in Perl. You can match anything you want with the help of characters. So these are the few examples we have. Full exact word, AO plus, 0 or more occurrence of O, OH, 0 or, sorry, plus or plus says 1 or more occurrences of O, OH, it says 0 or more occurrences of OH, it's a 1 minimum 1 occurrence of O or maximum 3 occurrences of O. Edurekas, it says 0 or 1 occurrence of S. Check any number of spaces followed by mates, exactly looking for a dollar and followed by any value. Capturing and grouping we have. Now capturing and grouping we can also perform with the help of like for example here I put whole is beautiful. Let's say this plus. Values, we can capture these values in this for this example. So here we say string equal to, now we say string equal to, now instead of putting it into f, we take these values into our variables 1 2 3 4. So whatever grouping we have, the first braces is first grouping, second braces second booking, third and fourth is fourth one, and it stores into these variable 1 2 3 4. Now I try to print this value and we get a output out of it. So if I try to run this is example number 7 we have. Okay, this is the one. So we say Dave is average in study. So we try to get these words into 1 and 2 and we try to run them. So if I run this, regex 7.pl, it says Abe. That's what we want from our regular expression. Now inside this /1 represent the first grouping. So this is the first grouping we have. So we can also have these groupings. We can also try to extract the words of it and so on. The next one we have is substitution. Substitution is kind of find and replace feature it provides. So in matching we use M over here, or we don't use anything, which is by default. Like for example here, either I can use M here, I don't use anything over here. In case of substitution, what it says, let's say I put here S and put here like this. Occurrences of find. Next modifier we have is S. S is used for like for example dot. We know dot should not match /n, but if we use S modifier, dot will also match /n. Similarly M, let's say I have a big string, I have a big paragraph, and I know that caret represent the starting of a string and dollar represent the end of a string. Now let's say I have a paragraph, so each line is a starting of a string and another string. So I can use that in our regular expression to modify it or to match these characters accordingly. Next is X modifier. So we know that spaces considered as a spaces in regular expression, but if you use X modifier, space is just for a formatting. So like for example, in these cases, when I use X modifier, space does not consider it as a space. It is just used for formatting. It's for good look and feel of my regular expressions. So we have various kind of modifier. These are the important modifiers. We have I, G, S, M, and X, which one you can use in our programs. Now, the most important property of these modifiers, they are greedy. What the greedy statement says, it try to match as much as it can. So it become very harmful when we are doing substitution, because it try to match each and every stuff in our regular expression. So like for example, I have a regular expression, I have a string a. So I say starting with dot star a dot star slash 2. I say match as much as it can. So it try to match as much as it can. In the first case, it try to match 4 A's followed by a single A and replace it by that. So these regular expressions are greedy. So if you want to curve these regular expression, if you want to make it non-greedy, just put extra question mark here. So it says as less as it can, as minimum as possible. So extra question mark along with the wildcard characters make my regular expression non-greedy. So it become very easy for us while doing the substitution. So these are the common features. Now apart from this, we have definitely a lot of things are available in a regular expression, but I hope that whatever I taught today is much explanatory, as well as this webinar session is meant for giving you basic ideas about regular expression and these powerful features which we have in any of the languages, also in Perl. So definitely after this session, just provide your survey, because once you close your session, you get a survey link. Provide your feedback over there, and if you have any questions, I take a pause here. I try to discuss these questions with you. So Vishal asked a question: Do we get this PPT slide share with us? I don't think so. You get this PPT because this is again a propriety of Edureka. So once you register for any training in Edureka, you get a course directly on your LMS, which is Learning Management System in Edureka. So you get an access of it. You can see all those videos. You can have PPTs available over here. You have quizzes, you have assignments, you have assignment solutions, and a lot of study materials in their LMS. Okay. Is there, so we shall ask a question that is there any IDE available? So Perl, you can write a program in Notepad, you can write a program in VI, you can write a program in Notepad++, Edit++, any editor you use. But in case you want to use any IDE, I prefer to use Komodo, which is one of the IDE available for Perl, and where you can write your programs. Eclipse also have the extension for Perl ideally. Any more questions, guys? Any more question, guys? So can we wrap up for a day now? Okay. So thank you so much for joining the session. So I hope you enjoy the regular expression and understand what are the different kind of features it provides. So just provide the feedback after this session, and I hope to see you again. Till then, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much, guys.